From Hollywood, almost live, it's the Gong Show.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here he is again, your host and the star of our show, the absolutely sensational Mr. Jack Farr.
This is our attendant. We have tons of mail asking, what is his name, and is he married or single? His name is Tony Cacciati, and he's single. He's a Greek shipping heir who does this for laughs. Thanks, Tony. There you go, babe. All right, now, we have an unusual selection of relatively unknown amateur and professional talent backstage, all waiting to impress our panel of celebrities. The celebrities will rate them, and the act with the highest score will receive this beautiful trophy and this check for the incredible amount of $516.32. Thank you. It gets prettier every day. Now, if after 45 seconds one of our celebrities feels the act is not worthy of continuing, he or she will hit that nasty old gong like this. That's how it works. Now, on one of our shows last week, a fellow named Sarah Misa came awfully close to winning with Archie Black, a comedian. And it was so close that we're going to give you Sarah Misa a check and a trophy. Way to go, Sarah. All right, now, you know, I don't make many predictions on this show, but I guarantee you that after our first act performs, there will probably be a commercial. Okay, so here they are, Bobby and Abby.
I know what you're thinking. You wonder why I chose her. Out of all the ladies in the world, it's just a first impression. What's good's a first impression? If you knew her like I do, it would change your point of view. How can I speak of her first? I don't know where to begin. She's clever, she's smart, she reads music. She doesn't smoke or drink gin like I do. Yes, when we're walking.
Oh, my goodness. Come over here, little gorilla. We got Gong. Wow, in the middle of some fancy little steps. Why do we gong this act, Truth?
That's the first act I've ever seen that's hairier than I am.
I see. Well, you know, maybe you can shave a little, but I want to thank you very much for being on the show. Let's have a nice hand for Abby and Bobby. Stay with me. Don't go home. We lost the gorilla. We'll be back right after this message. Welcome back to the old funny farm. Now, our celebrities will be rating our acts on a scale of 0 to 10, based on the act's entertainment value, creativity, and ability. And now, let's meet our celebrities. First, let's welcome a beautiful and versatile lady. She's an actress, a painter, a race car driver, and a champion gonger, Elke Summer. Yes, ma'am. Ooh, nice to see you. What can I say about our next panelist? Well, that's the same question his press agent keeps asking. From Mass, a good friend, and welcome back, Jaye Farr. Jaye.
Why should I be the only one that doesn't have it, please?
All right, and now we have another lovely lady.
Where?
Fine singer, and the author of the controversial book, Is There Sex After Meatloaf? J.P. Morgan.
Every day.
All right, all of our acts know beforehand they may be gone, and that's the chance they take during the old show to be seen coast to coast on television. And now let's meet our next act. We have a security guard from Akron, Ohio, and believe me, he's got an act that takes a lot of endurance and perseverance just to sit through it. Welcome, George Bones Gilmore. Yeah. Wow, Bones, that was devout. That was devout. Where are all those good Bones players? They've just gone off to I don't know where. Let's find out what our celebrities think, and we'll start with Elke Summer. Elke?
Oh, he has little sticks. I thought it was his calluses he was putting together. No, I think it's fabulous. Very rhythmical. I would like to see a little more footwork, maybe, instead of that one stomp, But it was very nice. And,
That's
7.
Hot dog, that's good,
Yeah.
Bones.
Yeah,
That's a good start, 7. Jamie Farr.
Bones, I say it's incredible. I didn't know you Scandinavians had that much rhythm. I gave you a 10, Bones.
There you go, 10. A full 10. And J.P. Morgan.
Well, I'd like to give you an 8, just because your tie and your pants are making me dizzy.
So there, all right, an 8. And that gives Bones a total of 25, and I think that's real good. Bones, that's terrific. We'll be back with more Gong Show things right after this message. Everybody now variety shows. Now, our next young performer told his parents, when he told them that he was going to be on the Gong Show, they smiled proudly and said, well, at least it's cheaper than summer camp. So let's have a big hand. Oh, I love this guy. He is so cute. John Gunzig. John.
I'm on sugar ball. Oh, yeah. Got my hands are shaky and my knees are weak. Can't stand the ground on my own debate. Oh, dear, there, my hands are low, man, low. I'm on sugar ball. Oh, yeah. Well, please don't ask me what's on my mind. I'm really shook up, but I feel fine when I'm near you. And I love this, my heart beats for it. Stand here, but you touch my hand. She lied a lot. Lips so dry, walking away. Finally did it to my buttercup on their lips. I'm on sugar ball. Oh, yeah. Let me.
Big John, they just didn't appreciate a good Wayne Newton imitation. But I want to tell you something. I thought that was good. Now, why did you do that, folks? Why did JP? Why did you Gong?
Well, I think he should put some balls on and become a Christmas tree.
Well, all right.
I think this act has potential. I think it could get worse.
John, I think you're really fine. I really do. And you came all the way from Arizona, and thanks for coming. We have a good little present for you. And you stay with me. Keep me company. We'll be back. We'll be right back with more of this stuff right after this message. Back on the old Gong Show now. Stepping into the Gong Show spotlight now, we have a young man who has left obscurity behind him. And he's finally joined the ranks of the unknown. Here he is, Brian Buden.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present you probably one of the most difficult tricks ever to be performed in front of a live audience. It was invented by one of the most clever and most unique magicians of our time. And even after I invented the trick, it still took me endless hours of self-denial and years of practice to fully master. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you the illusion of the torn and restored newspaper. In this effect, I take a newspaper and I rip it to shreds, and then by the sheer magic of all our mental concentration, I'm able to restore the newspaper back to its original one piece. Now, so that you'll remember the newspaper and recognize it once it's restored, how's that for confidence? I'm going to page through it. I'd like you to notice an ad or a picture from within. And now the illusion begins. I call this an illusion, you see, because I never actually tear the newspaper at all. The illusion is aided by the fact that it sounds as though pieces of paper are being torn. In fact, people have often come up to me and said, Brian, you know, I could have sworn I saw you tear that newspaper. They're perhaps led to believe this because they think they see pieces of paper in my hand. Of course, we all know that they really don't see pieces of paper in my hand. In fact, I'll bet you all think you see me drop this piece of paper, which you think you see me bend down and pick up. We all know that you haven't experienced anything more and nothing less than a simple and uncomplicated illusion, of course, right? Because, like I said, the paper will be restored, and here it is, it's restored. You don't believe me? Well, watch and see for yourselves.
All right.
Wow, man, Brian, I watched you do that now for 3 times, and I still haven't figured it out.
Neither have I.
Let's find out what our celebrities think of you, and let's go to Jamie Farr. Jamie?
I must say that I saw, it's very hard to do things like that on television, and I saw the way you were doing the trick, and I would have done this to you, but instead I gave you a deuce.
Oh, Jamie. How do you like that, Brian?
That's a hard way to do it.
J.P. Morgan.
It didn't fool me, and that's...
Well, you fooled me for 7 beans.
There you go. You fooled J.P. You got 7 big ones.
But I'm a pushover. Well, I must say, I must be the dumbest one around because I was totally fooled. I mean, absolutely. Also, I think it's very ingenious because nobody was going to gong him.
Right.
Because he wanted to see the outcome of it. Mm-hmm. So I'm dummy as I am because I didn't see the trick. I gave him a 10. What can I do?
And that gives you a total of 19 points, and I think that's great, Brian. And thank you for being on our show, Brian Buden. Yeah. Okay, now here's a pretty 18-year-old who says she's been singing since she was 6. How is she to know that her first song has 387,000 verses? Here comes, that was a little too fast for you. Here comes Barbara Teicher.
My father married up your Cherokee. My mother's people were ashamed. The Indian said that I was black by law. So white man always called me Indian. I'm free, that's all I ever heard. I'm free, how I learned to hate you. I'm free, she's the queen more. But when I took the gift just today, I was we won't accept it, and I failed today. 19, I love, tell me who's
Gong, just when you were cooking, just close that up a little bit there. All right. Why did you throw your mallet at the Gong, J.P.
Well,
Morgan?
I think she should do this number without the vest on.
All right. Barbara, you'll do that. You'll think about that. I think we should have a nice hand for Barbara. You'll have a nice little present. Thank you for being on our show. There goes old Barbara, right up into Gong heaven. Now, it's a very special day for our next Gong act. Today marks the beginning of the 12th consecutive year that no one has ever heard of him. From Wayne, Nebraska, we bring you Stuart Campbell. What's in that little tin of yours? J.T. Morgan, what do you think of Stuart
I
Campbell?
think you're great. You're Big Ten.
A Big Ten for Stuart. Elke Summer. Elke,
Now I know why he has a dimple in his chin. I gave him a 10.
another 10. Very good. Jamie Farr.
For years, people try to put a knife to my nose. I gave him a 10.
A perfect score, Stuart. Give me 5. Show me 32. We'll be right back for more Gong Show stuff right after this message.